Yo. This is Friends Turns Foes. What's up, Drizzy? How you doing?
What up, man? I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Back at it again. Oh man, let's go ahead and just jump into it. One of our favorite mutual players that doesn't play for either one of our teams. Lamar Jackson.
Sad.
Lamar. So he's betting on himself. He has not signed an extension yet. They want him to sign, but he says he'd rather play out this season, and he's only worried about this season. This is why we love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why the NFL loves him. Like, it's a very old school mentality. And the big thing about his contract is that he doesn't have an agent.
Mm-hmm.
His mom's his manager, and that's about it. So there are players in the NFL who don't have agents. Bobby Wagner, he negotiated all of his deals. He's been pretty wealthy, but Lamar Jackson might be something we have never seen. Let me just pull up some numbers. So Patrick Mahomes' contract was worth $450 million over 10 years. Had 62 signing bonus and another 62 something guaranteed or something like that. And then yeah, man, and then that's about 45 million a year average. Deshaun Watson, I think he's around 40, 43 or
like
something.
43.2, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is pretty much up there too. So, I mean, Lamar knows he's getting anywhere around 40 to 45 mil. It is best to operate that. He's 25 right now. I could see him signing a 8-year contract for about 350 mil. Let me explain them numbers real quick.
Okay. All right.
You do that 8 years, 350 mil, that's around $43 million a year.
Now let me ask you this.
All
right, Aaron Rodgers got 10 years, 150. You think they're about the same, even with Aaron Rodgers being older?
This is my thing. Aaron Rodgers has not just MVPs, but he did get a Super Bowl with it. Patrick Mahomes got MVP and a Super Bowl with it. And that's, to me, is what Lamar Jackson's mindset is. I think the best thing he's done was vocally speak about him not wanting to leave Baltimore.
Yes.
I do believe it needs to be an 8-year contract. If Patrick Mahomes is 10 years, yours at least 8 years. So you'll go into around 33, 34 range. That's a good age for a quarterback right there. Also, you watch The Shop. Lamar was talking about how he is looking to be a billionaire. That's a step closer right there, man. 33. Yeah. 33, I'm not asking you to have a Tom Brady career, even an Aaron Rodgers career or a Drew Brees career. I don't need you to play forever, Lamar. I want you to play at your highest level when you can, while you can. And 33 is a great year to be like, you know what? It is time to retire, hang it up, and go make billions and billions of dollars. So I do see, I think it is a good thing. A lot of people don't believe it's a good thing just because injuries.
Yeah, that's what I was about to be devil's advocate about. Because, like, breakdown last year's, he was hurt. He had COVID. And, you know what I'm saying? That gives you, what, 3 weeks off that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4.
He was more than that.
And then, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just the bare minimum of it. And then, on top of that, you throw in 13 picks, you know what I'm saying, for the season, and only 16 touchdowns. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it puts you at what, like 23 or something like that overall, what's going on in the whole league. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're looking at all that. And then, but the downfall is if he goes anywhere else, you got to play against him. You know what I'm saying? And the pool is not deep at all.
I'm sure we talk about this all the time. Y'all rat on me all the time. Jordan, you like Ryan Tannehill? He's your quarterback. Somebody look out there. Throw your fishing rod out there and tell me, you the lifeguard, Adrian. Throw your little lifesaver out there and try to catch that child drowning. It's too late. He's deep. He fell. He's not coming back up.
Hey,
that's
funny.
It's bad out there.
Man, it's rough. It is like rough, but
both of our teams is looking at Ryan Tannehill and Matt Ryan as sure quarterbacks for our team. That's crazy.
Wow.
But that's the NFL. And that is more reason that you have to lock in Lamar Jackson.
But see, it goes back to your point too, though. At his age, at Matt Ryan's age, we're not looking for him to do too much. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for him to at least get our foundation set for the next young quarterback to come in and sit under him and get mentored and then perform off of that. But to this Lamar Jackson situation, like with him not having a contract, it puts him at risk a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? So by him banking on that, and then also him not being healthy all year round, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. Y'all gotta sit here and get him protected a little bit more because y'all know he likes to move around and stuff. So y'all gotta protect the asset that y'all have. And granted, he's someone that's bringing in revenue to y'all establishment, to y'all organization, and y'all need to protect y'all man. Agreed. So why not sit here and focal point on him and then evolve your whole team or the offense on him? Bless you.
Thank you. My bad, man. Didn't want to interrupt you. No, you're completely right. I will say a lot of his health came in. COVID was unpredictable. Everybody had COVID in the NFL, apparently.
Facts.
Injuries last year. Who on the Ravens was not injured? They walked into the season with injuries. They ended.
Yeah, that's true.
They ended the season with everybody injured. I look at the Ravens as a clear Super Bowl contender with everybody healthy. And that's saying a lot with Lamar Jackson as their quarterback. And as long as Lamar Jackson's their quarterback, they are Super Bowl contenders. And that's how I like to leave it right there. So, young man, get your money, get paid.
Hey, definitely.
Also, he's making $23 million this year just by playing on his 5th-year option. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know who did the negotiating, but Baker is only making 19 million off of his 5th-year option. Somebody done messed up. Maybe Baker doesn't need an agent.
Baker, he definitely probably needs to fire his agent and get a new agent.
I don't know how Lamar finessed that whole movie on his own.
Yeah.
Lamar making $23 million right now. But that's what happens when you're an MVP candidate and your team is always into Super Bowl contention. So
that's probably the difference between it, though. A few million in between that.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Man, a $4 million, $5 million go a long way, my brother.
A long way.
Let's talk about Verzuz Battle, though. Frank Vogel versus Russell Westbrook. So over the weekend, you see the Lakers had their last game, and the day after, Frank Vogel got fired. the exit meeting. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where the beef came from about Frank Vogel and Russell Westbrook. I guess it more was somebody asked, what was your relationship with Frank Vogel? And he was more like, I don't know what dude got against me. A typical Russell Westbrook answer. Is there smoke?
I hate to say this because I don't think it is too much, just because of I feel like that Westbrook would say it. He's vocal about everything. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna say what's on his mind. So, I mean, if it is, he ain't sweating it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Was he trying to invertedly say something though?
You said what?
Invertedly? Was he trying to say something like just, I don't know, dude had something against me. I don't know what he had against me. Or was it like, man, I don't know what he had against me. If you tell me, you go ask him. I don't know.
Nah, he ain't about to, like, all right, so you know how you kind of like trying to brush off something and somebody say something or whatever, right? And you just say something back. And then the way you say it, he takes it more to heart than what you did. And then I think that's kind of what it is. And then like Westbrook's like, all right, man, he might have something against me at this point, but I done already brushed that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to get over that
Everything
shit.
Else.
Yeah.
Apparently nothing touches him for some reason.
I mean, shit, at this point, why should it? You know what I'm saying, bro? You didn't got backlash from every fucking way possible. See, from when you left OKC and Eric.
That makes me mad. I'm tired of people I'm tired of people who come for Kyrie for saying something like that when a good 90% of this league, NBA speaking, and I mean, you know what? Let me just say all sports, look at their sports careers as a 9 to 5. They look at it as a 9 to 5, and I see nothing wrong with it until they go out there and feel like they're not going to do much and just chill and just throw their hands up in the air like, I don't feel like playing on this play. That becomes
like some J.R. Smith shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's how Russell Westbrook approaches everything to me. Like, he just like, this is another 5, man. But
I mean,
go ahead.
Cause like you were saying, like, I mean, he's probably feeling like it is a 9 to 5, but like when it comes down to you feeling like you're at home, you know what I'm saying? Rather than like, so he's wanting to play. But if he's getting hounded left or right for not doing this, not doing that, or whatever the case is, bro, you sitting here, put yourself in a situation where you wanted to be a part of a dynasty with playing with LeBron, AD, you know what I'm saying, so forth or whatever. And that's where the downfall went down, because your play style doesn't go with their play style. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on there is a dominant player, so they're going to clash eventually.
Well, so before I let you answer this question, I believe the Lakers had just a little bit more lineups than the Nets, which I believe the Nets had the most, and that was 43 different lineups. Whose fault was it? Westbrook or Frank Vogel?
That's a hard one.
You made a great point. You made a great
point.
I think it does matter when a player is back at home. But at the same time, he lives in LA. It's fickle out there. You're going to boo me. You're going to cuss me out. You're going to call me all type of racial slurs at the game. But in the streets, when I walk up on you, even when I'm walking through the tunnel, you're going to ask me for an autograph.
Yeah.
You're my biggest fan. That's what happens in those type of things. Now, if you're talking about Philly or Brooklyn, I could probably see something a little bit different, but like, ain't nobody really hate Russell Westbrook. It's everybody like that. You might talk dirt bad about him.
Yeah, because you know what he can do.
He walk into the street, you the first one running, getting the picture.
Yeah.
I honestly, yeah, man. Going back to that question, like, who would you give the blame to? Because I mean, Westbrook played with multiple lineups, and there was a lot due to injuries, but they brought him in to be the main ball handler.
I don't think it's Westbrook's fault.
And it ended up him being the off-ball handler.
Yeah, I don't think it's Westbrook's fault. When you put it like that, I just feel like that you gotta stay in control of your team as the head coach.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you ain't even have control of it to where like you just blatantly just like, here, you gotta just suffer through this, and who I line up is who I line up with. You gotta make them better somehow. Granted, you know what I'm saying? Like, they may be average or whatever, but you gotta make them better somehow, some way, and produce wins. Because why? You Westbrook.
So the viewers don't know, me and you both played sports back in the day. And we can all recall a coach or, anybody in the facility that was so gung-ho in their approach and their methods, their teachings, that they wouldn't even stray away from it at all. They think they know more than everybody else.
Right.
Like, you're not playing, I'm playing.
That's right.
But you know more than me what's going on out there.
I've
been through this, youngin. All right, cool. That's fine. That is what Frank Vogel's vibes was giving me.
Yeah.
He thought he knew too much. Like, it's either he thought he knew too much or he knew nothing. And that's why he got fired. Because if you watch the season, it just looks like you were just going to try to save your job. I'm trying to find everything and anything possible.
Yeah, at this point, you just fighting to like crawl and scratch at the damn motherfucking door at this point, because you know what I'm saying, like, bro, you an inch out the door already. You know what I'm saying, because of injury, because you're not producing wins. Where we supposed to have an establishment like that is supposed to bring off at least to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Every year the goal is playoffs.
No matter who's hurt. And
right. You're supposed to have the whole lineup together.
One thing that before we get off, before we move to a different subject, I want to bring up 2014-2015 Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron was on there, and David Blatt was the coach. They had a 53-29 record and finished number 1 in the NBA on the East.
Okay. But who really was the coach at that point?
Next year, David Blatt got fired.
That's what I was about to say. Who really was the coach at that point?
I only bring that up because even though Frank Vogel won a championship, he didn't win it the next year or the year after that. And LeBron, he really does. Even a older LeBron guarantees you about 30 wins. He's not a loser.
Yeah.
He guarantees you about 30 wins, maybe even, I would really like to say 40, but obviously we didn't get to that 40 mark, I don't believe. They didn't even make it to the play-in, so no, there's no way he could have got 40. They could have got 40 games this year. So it's just like, he guarantees you that. And you're in your own way if you don't get more than 40 wins. I'm sorry, you're just not a great coach, because Tyronn came in and won a ship. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He came in and won a ship. Might have lost a ship too, but he didn't lose the Cavs. He didn't make the Cavs.
Nah.
He made the assignment.
But here's my thing though too. Like you said, injuries were a big focal on the team or whatever. So like when it comes down to like AD being hurt a whole season, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a big, big, big field to do, you know what I'm saying, when he's averaging what he's doing. And I mean, the man shoots threes and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of got a large shooter field when it comes down to like filling that gap. And then you have the rest of your people fall into play to where they get injured. You know what I'm saying? And out for 2-3 weeks at a time and stuff like that. So, like, I kind of put blame on him because he's supposed to have the whole bench lined up correctly and willing to execute. But injuries is a bitch.
You can't.
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just can't tell me the team with Russell Westbrook, AD, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard. Am I missing anybody really big? Any superstars in our decade? I'm just named 1,000 superstars that are big names. These are big name players. Like, even though Carmelo Anthony isn't the Carmelo Anthony of old, you know, Hoodie Mello,
he gonna average you some 15 points.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can give you those points. Like, he's always been known, if you put the ball in his hand, he's gonna make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have Russell Westbrook is when he is a ball dominant. I believe I think there was a statistic, everybody he's played with and who he played with has averaged either the scoring title or over 30 points in a season, which was James Harden, KD, and LeBron. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if you play the positions right and you play the roles right. I did see something, and we'll move on after this. Meta World Peace said something very important that a lot of people really need to take into account. When you're a professional athlete and you're asked to play a different role, like Westbrook was, from being the ball dominant to being the off ball guard, that's your job. That's what the NBA is now. You're not just in the NBA and supposed to just do I'm supposed to be the ball dominant guard and that's it. No, that's not what you're in the NBA for. Like, nowadays, you do need to adjust. You do need to be an off-ball guard. You do need to be able, because that's how you have longevity in the league. I just like to put that out there. That also was a great point as well. What Russell Westbrook did.
Yeah, definitely.
LeGM, you're pretty familiar with this man. Who runs the team, right? Rob Pelinski, you know, he takes roster advice from LeBron James. I don't think it's foolish not to listen to him, but it is foolish to not build articulately. And you didn't do that stuff with the Lakers.
Here's my thing though. When it comes down to that, it's like LeBron's setting himself up for his son. That's all I'm seeing out of all this. He wants to play with his son. So what do? Go to the GM. Be friends with the GM. Give advice. Be that ear. And then once you know, guess what? You the real GM at the end of the day. Everybody know you running the show, but he just collecting the checks, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what LeBron's doing, bro. He's setting himself up to intervene or whatever and undertake the team.
I hear you, brother. Do you want?
Because I give him 1 year with his son and he's out.
I could see that too, or maybe two.
Yeah, I can see two.
His son, that's what I don't even like betting on that, just because like if I got to play with my son and like I get to see their growth, and I'm like, no, he needs one more year. One more
Mm-hmm.
year, he's gonna be it. So I might like have to play with him for a little bit longer. And that's even
I can
crazier
see it.
too, that LeBron probably be the only athlete who could play with his son that still play at a high level, which is crazy. Like even
Yeah.
LeBron, when he retires, we might say he might still have one more year in him.
Mm-hmm.
May have had one more year. Do you have HBO and like do you watch that Lakers Dynasty show?
Man, I was about to start it last night too, for real.
Hey man,
No
it's
lie.
really good. One thing
Is it?
I'm not gonna ruin anything for you. Your boy Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the person who plays Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think he does a great job because if you ever heard him talk, he's like very monotone and like doesn't like to idolize his career as such. And you know, it's actually really nice
Yeah.
how he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving me like LeBron James vibes. Well, LeBron James is giving me that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar vibe right now, the way he acts in that show to explain.
Okay.
It's like it's looking like a 9 to 5 to me right now to LeBron.
So, all right. So I heard something interesting or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So Stephen A said something about LeBron when he was explaining about how he was getting compared to Michael Jordan and stuff like that, right? And he was basically saying like, and this is not word for word, but you know what I'm saying, paraphrasing. But like he was saying that the fact that he has to explain on why he's the GOAT makes him not the GOAT.
Mm, great
Because
point.
you don't hear Tom Brady explaining why
He
this
never
and this is
talks about
happening. You know what I'm saying?
he's got that Michael Jordan type of bragging though, where he'll like pull up all his fingers and show up all his rings on you.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
Tom
saying?
Brady, but that's goatish. That's
As
goatish.
as go to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shit.
you're
Oh
not hearing
man.
no, oh, I was hurt. Oh, I can't play with these players. Oh, I can't do this. Bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go to the greats, all you hear is they stats. That's it.
Mhm.
And then this is why they're great. They sit back and let other people determine their greatness. You can't acknowledge your own greatness and then be like, I'm the greatest, and then not expect nobody to be like, all right, bro, you talking too damn much at this point.
And
So
that's where a lot of his hate come from.
yeah, he just needs to sit back, let it
But
ride out. You know what I'm saying? Granted, he's proven multiple things. Like it goes back to his first championship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they all was like, oh, he can't say nothing until he gets one championship under his belt. He get that. Oh, he ain't made it up right to Michael Jordan's level yet.
right.
He boom, 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 grabs two more. You know what I'm saying? Like real quick. So
Unfortunately, I think LeBron knows this as well. There ain't no more he can do in his legacy that will surprise me.
yeah,
There's nothing that's gonna make him better than Jordan to me.
nah.
There's a good thing. Bomani Jones said this, and it really stuck with me. Like sometimes you hear something and it's just like it sticks with you in certain levels. Like it might change your perspective, or it just might dawn on you because that is facts. It's
Yeah.
factual. Two things different about Jordan and LeBron. Both of them at the end of their careers, you're gonna see LeBron's career, and you're gonna be like, he's got to be the better player. He has all the statistics. He has everything going for him. Like hands down, that's got to be the better player. Until you watch both of them on film,
Mm-hmm.
you see this man Jordan doing the things Jordan does, and you're
Right.
sitting there like, ain't no way, ain't no way we
How?
comparing anybody else. Ain't no way we comparing anybody else. Even Kobe. Kobe was great. Kobe did everything amazing, but ain't no way we comparing Michael Jordan to Kobe or Kobe to Michael Jordan.
And what's crazy is Kobe went to Michael Jordan's camps. So ain't no way that he, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact is you base your whole, a lot of the stuff that you do in the NBA off of one player, the greatest player that ever played. And then you not expecting them to be nothing other than an image of you.
Exactly.
So the fact that you getting somebody that's mimicking that, the greatest person ever in the NBA, and you not even comparing them to, so why would we compare LeBron to the man that's close? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be trying to say. Like I give all respect to LeBron. But my thing is, when it comes down to having like greatest player of all times.
Yeah.
Agreed. I gotta put you at least number 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't put you over Jordan.
I'm glad all these things are coming out, like the Lakers dynasty. I'm glad the Last Dance came out. Stuff like this really needs to be out and to the light and documented so people can really see these players. Like, who people really don't know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really was. They don't know how dominant he really was. And if you actually, I believe I know it's a little off tangent. You take your boy Antetokounmpo and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, put them together, you're gonna see something crazy. You're gonna look like everybody's gonna look and be like, okay, so Antetokounmpo really is the future of the league. But going back,
I can see it.
Going back, yeah, man, bruh.
I can see it, man.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Going back to LeBron being the GM, I think it's not a stupid move to let him pick the team. I will let Tom Brady pick the whole team. I will let Russell Wilson pick the whole team. Antetokounmpo, he picked his whole team. His brother's still on the team, and he ain't even that good.
Right, I was just about to say that same thing.
His brother don't do nothing. It's just that players like that, they understand. It's the NBA. You didn't make it to the NBA out of luck.
But see, that's the same reason why I was saying LeBron setting himself up so he can get his son in there and then play with his son.
We'll see, man.
It just makes sense.
Really like I said about the 9 to 5, if I look at, I always think about when I was headed into college and where I would want to play. And like I always had on my top schools, Florida schools, California schools, places that like I want to enjoy myself, enjoy life. Where better to enjoy your life is in California. You're making California money. When you can go to California, California money, it's like, it's a different feeling. It's a different world. When you can afford everything that you're doing out there, it makes more difference. So like LeBron knows
your best life.
Yeah, he knows what he was doing, man. Going out there, living your best life. You got the beaches out there. You can wear the little biker shorts. He's too big to be walking around in little bitty shorts. We gotta talk to him. Like that's gotta be a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. There is a full moon in Minnesota. The Timberwolves, they have won their playing game against the Clippers. It was pretty emotional for Patrick Beverly. I didn't think we even seen him drink a Bud Light after the
I was just about to say
game. Like he done won the championship. But sometimes some of these are people's championships.
Yeah.
So they will be going to play the second seed Grizzlies. Interesting fact in that game. Not fact, I can't say fact because I can't remember. I can't remember exactly the stat, but I believe Karl-Anthony Towns had only like 11 points and like 5 rebounds, but he fouled out with like 8 or 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
You gotta watch that though. When you want to be the best, you gotta watch your fouls.
Cat, he was frustrated. A lot of them, if you actually watch the game, a lot of it was frustrated fouls. Like he was just not having his way. I really like big men like that are kind of, they're very iffy to me. The ones
Big
who
Baby
want
Davis.
right, the ones who
Prime example.
the ones who want to step out and shoot threes, the ones that want to hit a step back, the ones who want to just hang around the perimeter. Man, get your big body in there, boy. You like 6'10", old ugly head boy. You need to jump in, do something. Like, what's wrong
get
with you?
physical somehow. Bro, you too
something.
big to be and wide to be sitting here just chilling out there trying to shoot these mid-range shots and stuff.
But D'Angelo Russell and Ant-Man Anthony Edwards got it done.
Yeah.
And then, you know, their vocal leader, Patrick Beverley, really did work too. But is that enough to beat the Grizzlies?
All right. So here's the thing. Ja Morant is I don't even know what you call the boy. He's just dominating the game right now. Let's just say that. Let's just put him next to trying to be MVP contender.
Yeah,
the man is the man and shit.
If he played the last 2 weeks of the season, we'd be talking about Ja Morant as MVP.
Yeah, but my man's is out here definitely balling his heart out, and he don't care about who's under the rim. He don't care who he got to block because he's blocking everybody, and that's what's crazy.
I'm yamming on you, and I'm scoring on you. What do you want?
And then I'm gonna do a nice little pass to get my assist up too.
Between
it's like he got the whole game
through your legs.
Yeah, he got the whole game picture down to him. So like, if Patrick Beverley got it, boy, you gotta roughen up for yourself.
Yeah, I really do think. I think my prediction would be 4-2, maybe. That's me being nice and
4-2 Grizzlies.
Yeah, and I want to see good competition because I really think the Timberwolves are like maybe like a 3 and maybe like a 4 away from being championship contenders. They're like a 3 and a 4 away.
Yeah, it might be a 4 just because like Anthony Towns might need help.
Yeah.
He might need help just to
if he wants to be that little cute big man that want to sit out there and pick up the wings and show that he's the best big man shooter. Well, let me go get somebody who's gonna be down here and get big.
That's what I was saying. Like, get somebody down there for you, and then switch positions, and do that 9 to 5, like Metal World Peace said.
And I'm not knocking on Karl-Anthony Towns. He's a phenomenal player. He's great, but what the Clippers did to him and how they frustrated him. You don't think the Memphis Grizzlies ain't gonna do that? They are the most physical team in the NBA.
And don't think that you're not gonna get blocked.
They bump you, they grind you all the way up and down the court, and they keep going and they keep going. And then your boy, the most underrated player on their team, Desmond Bane, is a freak of nature the way he does his step backs, man. That dude stops and pulls up. I might be, dude, you crazy. You are crazy. Hey. Desmond Bane's in his bag this year. Like, people got to watch him, man. They got players. Your boy, what's his name? Jackson or whatever. Big dude.
I can't think of his first name for nothing.
I think it's Jared Jackson Jr. But that guy, God,
yeah,
that's gonna mess with me too. But it ain't no, you know, the guys ain't no joke out here, man. A lot of these players, Jaren Jackson. I'm sorry, Jaren Jackson is his name. I mean, you still got Tyus Jones is a good backup point guard. Dylan Brooks, nice 3 out there who plays great D, 3 and D guy. Steven Adams, ridiculous player. You know what I mean? There's just so many players on the Grizzlies that are grimy, and like anybody who knew what grimy means and know, you know, grimy players, man, like
that's that savage.
You know what I'm saying? Patrick Beverly's going to give us good entertainment the first game and maybe the second
Mm-hmm.
game if he gets to play it. He's going to give us good entertaining, and I think that might be the game or the third game where the Wolves might win. But
yeah,
the Grizzlies are on a whole nother plateau. They low key don't even have to have John Morant play this first round. Let him get healthy and still win this game because I
can see it.
they are
They equipped.
They're that
equipped.
good. They're that good. Not saying the Wolves aren't that good. It's just that
the
Grizzlies are really that good don't have to play with John Morant. And that's the scary part about the team. When he's out, they still play at a high level. If they have all those people.
The only thing is if Patrick Beverly's here and takes advantage of your boy who's the backup of Titus Jones. If he take advantage of him, I don't know, man.
But how many minutes is he gonna have to play? Because he only gets 6
Yeah, that is true.
That's what
I
would do. If I was them, I mean, he's gonna probably try to throw him on Ja for a little bit, and then Ja's just gonna dish the ball out, probably average about 11 to 12 assists in that series, about around 18 points. You know,
I can see it.
Do some light work, but then that boy Desmond Bane jumping off the stoop. You got Brooks, you know, doing crazy things. You got too many shooters all around, man.
They do got a nice little squad though, so BJ should be happy this year.
Speaking of nice squad, man, the Nets were nothing but net right now, boy. With Kyrie Irving almost went perfect game out there, man. He went complete Super Saiyan. Only missed 2 shots. He did a really good. He had a really good game, and he's fasting right now. Boy, I need you to fast every game.
Every game.
Fast past what is it, May 1st or something like that. When's Ramadan in May 1st? I need you to fast, my brother. Just keep fasting. That's how you gonna play every game. That man had 34 points off 12 of 15. Seven free throws. That's guy played phenomenal. KD played great too, even if he didn't even take that many shots. And that's the beautiful thing about the Nets.
He ain't got to.
That's the beautiful thing about the Nets. Like you have a KD who can give you 30 at will. But then, you know, this boy Kyrie going off. He's like, hey, bro.
I got it.
You got it, bro. I'm gonna sit back here. You know, you're gonna make this 40 minutes look like a break. This 40 minutes I'm about to do, you gonna make it look easy out here.
And then time, just pass to me. I'll take my 12.
You know,
with a 3.
When you get a little winded, come on, throw the ball over here.
Come on, I got you.
You gotta make my little 20 something look. Man, what he had? He had 25 points off 9 shooting though. That's crazy, man. Like your boy wasn't doing bad either, and 11 assists. Golly, man.
I just want to let y'all know my man Steve Nash is doing y'all right.
No, he's not. No, that game was still 115 to 108. When you have those players have a combined of 59 points and 23 assists.
Hey, man,
that's like
it's a lot of talent.
You really think the game is going our way, and then you look at the score and you're like, bro, but what happened? Like what happened? Like, yeah, bro. Like you watch it, Cleveland, bro. Like they've had a lot of bad shots selections. Bad shot selection. But then they also had some good shot selections that they just missed. You know, that's what played a really big factor. And then of course your boy Josh Allen or Jared Allen, whatever that big dude is.
Jared Allen.
He wasn't playing, of course. That plays big factors in how we played. But hey, man, that's the formula. KD, Kyrie, if they can play the way they played, I do think they make this league dangerous, and they're going to make it difficult for the Celtics. I think the Celtics will have problems, especially I think your boy, what's his name, Robert Williams or whatever.
Yeah.
Their center's still out. They're going to need that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need that.
Big time.
With that being said, the Nets are always a sexy pick to win, but I got 4. I got 4-3 Celtics. It really hurts. I want Brooklyn. I want to go Brooklyn. I'm a root for Brooklyn all the way, but I don't. Man, them boys, the Celtics. This is actually
Celtics nice.
This is actually the Celtics year. If they were to win it all, this would be the year. They got their defense together.
Jaylen Brown doing his thing too.
Jason Tatum has finally realized he is the star player. Last year, they were trying to figure out who's the star, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. All right, Jason Tatum, you're the star. Jaylen Brown is number 2. You finally realize Marcus Smart is your starting point guard. You got him in there. You're making moves now. You know, once Robert Williams comes back, you know you're gonna have a really good big core. Thesis or whatever his name is, Thesis. He's nice. But they still got Al Horford. Is he still out there somewhere? God, like, come on,
that boy.
The Celtics got a good team. And I just think the Celtics have a really good team. So I just think that they should try to win it all this year. But the Nets are a problem.
Yeah. I can see it going kind of both ways. So, like, I understand. Shoot. But, I mean, I might have to agree with you because, boy, Jaylen Brown been balling. But, I mean, if Kyrie still – if Kyrie still can do his thing while KD does his thing, then I think y'all would be straight.
I mean, but that's just the dangerous part about the team. When you have two superstars. Jason Tatum's on his way to superstar status. Jaylen Brown is an all-star at the moment. He's nice, but he's an all-star at the moment. But you have 2 superstars that can ball like crazy and can do what they do. They're always going to look sexy. It's always going to look enticing. And you shouldn't even be surprised when the Nets go all the way. They could go all the way. Just you never know. You never know. Like the way they played last year, they really looked like they could have, you know, done a lot more, even looked like they could have won it all. But, you know, injuries definitely played a part. There's speculation that Ben Simmons may be ready by game time.
Hopefully, because y'all might need him.
Man, I'll take 5 minutes.
I give him 8. Look,
man, you ain't gotta run up. You ain't gotta run up the court for offense.
That is true. I'll break up his 8 minutes though.
Cause look, man, if KD and Kyrie do what they do, man, we only need 2 players playing offense. You literally keep 3 people on the other side of the defense and just have them run up and down the court.
If we up, KD, I mean not KD, but Kyrie got to come out, then in real quick, cover it down, lock down D. Make sure we hold our lead up, and then once we hold our lead for like 3-4 minutes or whatever, Kyrie back in.
Like get it done. That boy, KD played 42 minutes, so he damn near didn't even exit the game.
Yeah,
so it's just like I don't know what the difference would be if you just had them running up and down the court, man. Like
I mean, the best case scenario for them is to just have him on defense, like you said, because I mean he might be able to score like 6 points in that time, but I wouldn't expect too much out of that.
I would love to see Ben Simmons play. I highly doubt he will.
Shoot, it'd be nice, but boy.
Did you get to catch that Hawks and Hornets game last night?
Nah, I caught like an hour of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, Hawks wasn't playing.
I don't even know who won.
Hawks wasn't playing. they was balling.
Yeah.
They weren't playing with him. The only highlight.
Shoot.
The only highlight of the game was Miles Bridges throwing his mouthpiece at that one chick in the stands.
I see the highlight.
That was the
Well, that was funny as hell.
Cause they spanked their ass from the get-go.
Right. Yeah, that shit was funny. I see that. I was like, oh hell, this motherfucker's
I was like, bro, you smacked that girl with that mouthpiece. Imagine a mouthpiece hitting you in your face, bro.
Yeah.
Like, a little slob rolling.
Slob. Got a little saliva right there, girl.
Oh man, that was
Wipe
crazy.
that out.
Yeah,
Wipe that out.
God. You missing the first few games next season.
Big fine. You better hope she don't sue you.
And she was like, you just
right
with your mouthpiece. You thought she was gonna make it. Oh my
talking about Sun in the playoffs, my boy.
Oh man. Pelicans Spurs game. That was entertaining to the very end.
Yeah.
Let me just say the Pelicans are a little disrespectful. It was getting closer and closer to the end, and then the Pelicans just started dunking on them. Like, just kept dunking on them, bro. If you get to go highlights, Brandon Ingram had a really great dunk in the very beginning of that game.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that.
Something around the second quarter. Pelicans though, they're building a good staple for next year.
Yeah, they trying to show out a little bit.
Building a good staple.
I can see them and the Clippers though.
Yeah, the Clippers. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Listen, man, I was talking the other day about the Clippers, and I really, really didn't even think about it until the other day. But I really like your boy. Hello, this message. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I really like Paul George with the Clippers. Like he's like,
oh yeah,
he's like how do you say it? Like he's like LeBron James's like enemy, like how Kobe Bryant, like Paul Pierce was Kobe Bryant's enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Isaiah Thomas was. Well, that's not the same because Isaiah Thomas won rings. Paul George, I'm sorry. You're not gonna win rings.
Nah.
But you know, like, I like them.
I like them. I like them on there. I don't think they gonna win no ring in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Does Kawhi still play in the league?
Yeah, he's still there.
Bro. I don't remember even seeing him all year.
That's crazy because
I really don't even remember he getting hurt.
How do you go from being the face of the NBA for, a whole year and it just go ghost?
He goes for 2 seconds. He was the face of the NBA.
Yeah,
who am I to speak of? Ben Simmons is out on injury for a back injury for sitting on the bench too long. I don't know when that injury occurred either. Like
that's how I be feeling about AD. He be sitting out just to think about his thoughts about playing.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't like putting that on him. I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Davis looks into retirement.
Yeah, I mean,
because it makes sense. I think we even said this last year. Like, why don't you get in shape, bro? Like,
get healthy.
You don't understand, the way you look, man. Like, you got long ass arms. You're 6'10". You got a great athletic ability. You can bring the ball up the court. You got a nice shot on the outside. Why do you always look out of shape though, man? Like, it makes sense.
It's that lifestyle, LA lifestyle out there.
Yeah, I bet that. Man, I heard LA got nothing but vegan food.
Man, and you would think that they would change it up because, him and LeBron was like hanging out at one point and everything like that. But I mean, hell, he was getting invited over for Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Like, bro, what about the gym? Nah, Taco Tuesday.
What is the gym, man? My boy.
What about the gym, bro? Like, what about the hyperbolic timetable?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got it in the crib, so it ain't like a spa.
Man, take me to the factory you was built in, man. Let me get some new legs. Yeah, no, Taco Tuesday.
We go eat these tacos and be good. Come on, bruh.
What do you think
better,
man?
Who?
You think Baker Mayfield, man? What do you think about him? You think he should feel disrespected?
My man should feel all the way disrespected. I mean, granted, he's not the quarterback for us, and I've said that, but he's the quarterback for somebody. And he's not a bad quarterback.
He could start.
Not bad.
He could start.
Just
said it. We just said how shallow that water is, and and teams are still drowning.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was Houston, I would definitely not put all my chips in what's his name, Mills.
Yeah.
But so you know what I'm saying, Mayfield might be an option.
Even the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be best while you have a player like Mills or Drew Lock on your team, you know, pick it up. It's only 18, 19 million.
I mean,
you're not losing.
You're not losing at all.
Drew Lock, I think he might be a fourth year, so he hasn't even got that fifth year option yet. So
let's see.
He's getting paid barely anything. So, I mean, quarterbacks right now are making $40 to $45 million a year. You're nowhere near that 40, 45 million a year with Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean? Maybe if he picked up Lamar Jackson's contract, we might have a little bit of an issue.
I mean, let's just be real. Look, if I'm either the Seahawks or Houston or who Miami got?
Tua.
Okay, well they might be all right.
Yeah,
but
they might be all right, but they still all in.
Yeah, but I mean, with them two teams though, I would suggest a 2-year contract or a year contract.
Okay.
Mainly a year for Mayfield. Get him over there, pay the little money that he's owed, and then the little money that we giving him, and then see how the season goes to start it out. Not to expecting we go into playoffs off the muscle, but perform for what you want to get paid for.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you the money after that. That's how I feel like they should do it.
That's everywhere though. Like everybody should lowball him and say here's a prove it contract for you to just be a role player. Like I would do that. Like, bro, the reason you're not being picked up is the $18 million.
Facts.
I'm not picking you up for $18 million to be my backup.
No.
You know, but would you pick Texans have the 3rd pick overall? Is Baker Mayfield better than what's his name? Willis? Malik Willis?
Oh. Let's see. Well, here's the thing. I like Mayfield in the 4th quarter. But is he better overall? I don't think.
What about Kenny Pickett?
I think he'd be over Kenny Pickett.
What about Matt Corral?
That might be on fence for me.
Sam Howell. They're like that. That's actually Sam Howell's comparison is Baker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they might be on the border, man. It just depends on. I gotta see more 4th quarter highlights because I want a quarterback to perform through the whole game.
Our boy,
but when he's on it,
our boy Desmond Ridder.
I got Ridder on that one.
You got Ridder?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. With that being said, that's why, you know, you gotta let the field play itself after the draft and see what quarterbacks were picked up, what teams they went to, and then if you really need that competing quarterback, you go and get Baker.
Yeah. And see, I think where he messed up at, he just spoke too soon. He thought highly of himself. And granted, you should always think highly of yourself, but you got to be quiet, my boy.
That's his mentality, though. If you
get
a chance to watch that podcast he did where he talked about feeling disrespected, that's his mentality. Like, he went to Texas Tech. He started the first 5 games, got injured, and was out for like 2 or 3 games, and then didn't get back in. He was a walk-on, so he didn't even have a scholarship. They weren't going to offer him a scholarship, so he left, went to Oklahoma, played, had to work out and chill for a little bit because they wouldn't release him. Release him because he worked in. That was an in-conference rival, so they wouldn't let him play yet. So then he worked his way up, played on the scout team or something like that, and then got himself starting. After he started, then he was in the Heisman race, I believe. Then he won the Heisman the next year, and then he goes to the NFL. He's always had that kind of underdog mentality and feeling disrespected and shitted on.
Yeah, and it might play out for him in the long run. Like I said, his fourth quarter mentality is a underdog mentality. He's gonna fight to the end in the fourth quarter if they down. You know what I'm saying? To make sure his team is up, he's gonna get hyped and stuff like that. Not taking that away from him, but we need some more out of you, player.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you got to prove yourself more.
Consistency. This is my knack on him. Hero ball is a mother. I hate hero ball. That's what threw Ryan Tannehill 3 interceptions. I'm not big on hero ball, and I just hate when they do that. So, Baker Mayfield has to chill that out. I'm a Titans fan, like I said. You're a Colts fan, like you said. If Baker Mayfield gets released, I bet either one of our teams would love to have him as our backup.
I mean, I'll take him as a backup. Yeah. I ain't mad at it.
You'll take him as a backup. You got no choice.
Yeah. After that,
Ryan's 57.
You're right. But I hate it, dog, because here's my thing. I don't want them to spend that $18 million, though.
No, when he gets released, he ain't got it.
When he released,
the Browns have to pay it.
Okay.
So he could sign up for whatever.
We can get him for the low.
Everybody's getting them for the low. I would take Baker Mayfield in a heartbeat. Is he a number 1 quarterback? Is he a number 1 draft pick? No. Is he in the top 32? Yeah.
So here's my thing, though.
I can put him in the top 32 of quarterbacks.
So here's my thing, though, with you and the Titans. If he did come over there and he was a backup and he did fight and claw and everything like that, who's better?
This is my thing. Right. This is my thing. It's all emotion right now. I have to wait till the season starts. It's all emotion because Ryan Tannehill is not a terrible quarterback. He's not a great quarterback either, but he's good. He's a good quarterback. What happened last year, we didn't have a good line. He got sacked the most out of every person, I think, and besides Joe Burrows, I believe. I think Joe Burrows may have got sacked more, but Tannehill was one of the most sacked players. The team went through 93 different players. Only team to have 93 players play for them in history. No other team has ever had that. Played many games where he didn't even have both starting receivers. That's crazy. The starting franchise running back got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have good tight ends at all. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I see it.
This is, if you ever look at the pattern with my Titans, this is how they do. Last year, when we our team, we always said the defense was the problem. Defense was the problem. So what did the coach do? He fired all of them. He did, except for Jeffrey Simmons and Kevin Byard. He fired everybody and brought in a whole new bunch of people. He bought in. He said, where were the bright spots in the defense? We'll keep them, and we're firing everybody else. Everybody else got fired, and we revamped that whole defense. What was our problem this year? Want Ryan Tannehill having weapons. Get rid of Julio, bring in Robert Woods, somebody who's a dog. Get rid of Anthony Firkser. You're like, who? Tight end. Nobody knows him. He's still a decent tight end. But bring in Austin Hooper, who we were supposed to get last time he was a free agent. Better weapon right there. Already grabbed the offensive lineman. Cut the bad offensive lineman we had last year. We're more than likely going to draft around probably a guard and a tackle next year. See what Dylan Radins can do. He did pretty good at guard, and he jumped in at tackle too, but we might even see him at a full tackle spot. We don't know. We're going to get all those pieces there, and we're good. We will be okay. Ryan Tannehill getting these weapons is what he needs to feel comfortable. So he doesn't.
Robert Woods was definitely the best option for y'all.
That was great, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That might have been a blessing in disguise for y'all.
It was, man. Like going from the Julio we had last year to the Robert Woods we had. Like I said, man, like if Robert Woods gives us what he did last year and the amount of games he did, that's a win. That is a win already. That is a win. That means we will be the same competitive team we were last year and could potentially run for the first seed if he gives us what he gave us. And if it gives us a glimpse more, then we really won. We might we really might be looking into Super Bowl contenders. We're like a dark horse Super Bowl. We're like a dark horse Super Bowl contender.
Hold on now. You in our league, and you know what I'm saying, in our division now, player.
We are.
Flex with
We are lightweight Super Bowl contenders.
You gotta stretch it out one time, because man, we in this. Because the coach ain't holding back. Man, Ryan might do a little something for us.
You got any final thoughts?
Nah, man. I mean, overall, everything's looking good. I mean, hopefully, my coach is picking up some more free agents, because your boy, we looking a little rough right now around the edges or around the wide receivers. So once we fill in some pieces, I feel like we'd be all right. Mayfield, hopefully, he gets his wishes somehow. He's definitely gonna be sitting at sitting on that bench for a minute.
On that pad.
Yeah, man.
That's that for him, man. He needs to shut up.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, just humble yourself for a minute.
Shut up, but you on the team. You can't be talking about a team you still on. You're not saying.
My guy, and you the quarterback, so it ain't like you just some like lineman or something like that, bro. Like, you supposed to be the head of the offense, or the team. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you ain't spoken out one positive light about the team.
Nothing.
You ain't talking about Kevin Stefanski. You ain't talking about your receiver core. You ain't even talking like, bro. Like, if it was me, I'd have got on that podcast saying like, "Yo, Odell, I'm sorry. Jarvis Landry, I'm sorry. You know, like, we gonna get through this, y'all. You know what I'm saying?"
Bro, I would have sit here and pleaded fifth to everything. I ain't saying nothing no more. After the first time, you should have said nothing, because after that, bro, you just trickling on down. That's a domino effect from there, bro. Yeah. And your paycheck is just dropping and dropping as you just ride this out.
Yeah, man, that's the truth, and that's what he's working for. He's gonna get his $18 million regardless, but he is missing out on that money when somebody signs you. from free agency, or somehow you get traded, getting an extension with that team, or getting, you know what I'm saying? Like your future money is what we're talking about, is that
right.
So good luck, man. But
Definitely.
we'll go ahead and end this podcast. Another great episode, man. All right. Trees, man, you have a good one. Everybody else, y'all have a good day.
All right, man.
Get to watch some good NBA games coming up in the next couple of days. All right. This is Turns Post.
All right.